year, and we're watching Bet Av, the second day of the month, Hebrew month of Av, where it's a Hilula of another great rabbi. His name was Rabbi Eliezer Mansoor Sutton, Zecher Tzadik Libracha, who was really great rabbi, actually born in Tiberias. It was reported over he was born in the year 1860, and he came from very great heritage. His father was a great rabbi, Chacham Chaviv Chaim David Sutton, Zecher Tzadik Libracha, and his mother was Rabbanit Esther. He learned through the auspices of his father, the great rabbi. He happened to be, I think, an Av Bet Din in Tiberias previously also, and he was so very much, he was in very, very good hands, and he grew up imbued in Torah, in Yirat Hashem, and very much was under the auspices of the great rabbis of the city of Tiberias, one of the four holy cities of Israel. He would later on become a prominent shochet and an expert in kashrut, a proper mumcha, as they call it, also. And he was actually, later on, he would learn and become expert in regards to maths, astronomy, philosophy, also, and Kabbalah, also. And he would actually be reported over an expert within regards to the game chess. You need to be a genius to be the expert at it, and very much he had the brain for it. I believe in the year 1925, he was ready, I would assume at that stage in time, in his mid-60s, he actually went as a shluchei d'Rabbanan for the Kולל Hasidim, representing the Sephardi Kehila in Tiberias. So he became very, very well traveled, I believe. And I think in the year 1933, he went on his second trip over there. I think he actually spent some time, significant time, in Egypt, in Mitzrayim, as we call it in Hebrew. Also was well traveled. He spent time in Morocco, also in Algeria, and I think also in India, all these countries, while also at the same time imbuing them in rich amounts of Torah and mitzvot, and really pushed people to great levels within regards to Torah. And he was, I believe, at one stage when he was in Egypt, he actually was working as a rabbi in a Talmud Torah also, and over there he also worked as a shochet over there, within regards to very much the kashrut industry, especially in the year 1930. There was a book printed, I think, in Tiberias, his first book called the Notzer Hadam, which was a phenomenal book, which also dealt with in regards to Musar, how people should improve their characteristics, how they are dealing with other people, and I think based also on the Rambam, and how to treat other people with respect. I believe a second book was actually printed, which was based on various Perushim and Piyutim also. In 1936, the second book was called the Korban Eliezer, which was based on Sheilot and Shuvot, questions and answers. I think part of it was based on his father's book, very great book called the Tal Torah also. And it's actually interesting, many of the books was printed in various different volumes. I think there was even a fifth volume or fifth part that was also printed. I think there was a sefer called the Prakim Betoldot Yahadut Babel also, which was also printed. I think it was quoted inside this specific amazing thing. But the Rabbi Sutton's family was actually a great family from Tiberias, one of the great families of Tiberias. We know that there's 4 holy cities in Israel, including Jerusalem, Tzfat, Hebron, and Tiberias is the 4th one also. I think there was actually a letter from Hacham Eliezer Mansoor Sutton's was published in the book of the Kehillat Sarfo. This was another specific book. It was based on the Babylonian teachings, and it was featured over there also, many of his letters also. He fell ill, I believe, in the year 1937, and he passed away on Bet Up. He passed away in Tiberias also. So at that stage in time, I believe he would have been about 77 years of age at the time of passing. He was one of the great rabbis of yesteryear. It's actually interesting, we mentioned before, just look at his family tree. Also, his father was Rabbi Chaviv Chaim David Sutton, who we've spoken about before. His mother was Rabbanit Esther. His wife's name was Rabbanit Miriam. And he also had a great rabbi, a great brother, Rav Mordechai also. His sister was Rabbanit Chana. I think she actually got married to Rabbi Yisrael Shmuel and Tebi, who was another great rabbi I believe we've spoken about before. His father was Rabbi David Sutton, also from his father's side, and his grandmother was Masuda, Rabbanit Masuda, also from his father's side. So a lot can be said over. He actually got married, I think, to the daughter of Rab Masud Ksus from Tiberias. Also, it was in Hebrew year, Hey Taf Reish Lamed Zayin. And we talked about how he went and represented the Kולל Hasidim and was very well traveled all everywhere. Please bet of is the Hilula of the great rabbi, the author of the Notzer Adam and the Korban Eliezer. Don't forget to light candles in his memory. And please, we've already covered about 300 great rabbis of yesteryear. Hopefully we're going to cover many, many more rabbonim. Wishing you brachot from Israel, and subscribe to the channel and share the videos. Take care.